Hey superhero friends, Ben here. I've been watching Pastor Winston's videos with you, and I'm really excited to help get him free from the church. I can't wait to see your training videos where you're training your superpowers. We need to come up with a plan to defeat Brickbrain, and I'm sure your powers will be just what we need. While Winston has been trapped in the church, he's been talking about Paul from the Bible. Paul is one of my favorite superheroes from the Bible. And just like Winston, Paul was once trapped. Did you know that Paul once was in jail? Paul was traveling with his friend Silas to the city of Philippi in Greece. They were traveling to teach people about Jesus. When he was in Philippi, he met a woman. She was a slave. We don't know much about the woman, but we do know that her masters were using her to make money. Paul helped her so that she didn't have to work for the masters anymore, and this made the masters mad. So they took Paul and Silas to some judges and told the judges that Paul and Silas were breaking the law. The judges believed these men and decided to throw Paul and Silas in jail. While Paul was in jail, he used one of his favorite superpowers, prayer. He and Silas, they began to pray and sing, and they prayed and they sang so loud that the whole jail could hear them. Then later in the night, around midnight, there was a huge earthquake. The earthquake was so big that the doors broke open and the chains broke free. The people in the jail started to escape. There was a prison guard, and he was afraid. He thought that the judges who put Paul and Silas in jail would be mad at him for letting all of the prisoners escape. But Paul told him not to worry, that if he helped Paul and learned about God's love, everything would be okay. The judges must have been afraid too. They weren't mad at the jailer or at Paul and Silas and decided to let Paul and Silas go free. When we think of superpowers, we often think of things like the Hulk's incredible strength or maybe Superman's ability to fly. But what I like about this story is how Paul used a different kind of superpower, the power of prayer. He was patient, he prayed, and he trusted God. And everything worked out. Now it's time to go to your activities box. You can open the third box in your box for week 3. This week we're talking about objects of power. Do you know what an object of power is? One of my favorite objects of power that a superhero uses is Wonder Woman's lasso of truth. Whenever she ties somebody up, they can't lie to her. And you've probably seen Thor's hammer. Think about your superhero identity. What's your object of power going to be? What could you use to fight for good in the world? There's space in the booklet for you to draw it, and hopefully you'll have an idea that you can make. Then, take a video of yourself using your object of power and send it to us. This will help us form our plan to beat Brickbrain and free Winston. You will also see that you have a peace mask in the box. This is kind of an object of power we're using right now to fight COVID-19. Everybody needs a mask. Why don't you take your marker from last week and use it to decorate the mask? Make it your own, make it special. I'm going to make one, and I can't wait to see yours. That's all for this week, superhero friends. Stay safe, stay strong, and together we're going to beat Brickbrain.